Project Bluebeam is a supposed secret plan by NASA and the United Nations to create a new world order by staging a fake alien invasion and a false second coming of Christ using advanced holographic technology. Sounds crazy, right? Well, not so fast. There is actually some evidence that suggests that this project is real, and that it might be connected to the recent UFO Congressional Hearings.
Intelligent extraterrestrials.
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
But what is Project Bluebeam, and how is it supposed to work? The theory was first introduced by a Canadian journalist named Serge Monast in the mid-1990s. He claimed that he had obtained secret documents from NASA and the UN that revealed their sinister agenda. According to Monast, Project Bluebeam has 4 main steps. Step 1. Artificial earthquakes will be triggered in strategic locations around the world, revealing ancient artifacts that will undermine the credibility of all religions and make people question their beliefs. Step 2. A gigantic space show will be projected into the sky using holograms and lasers to create images of various religious figures such as Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Krishna, etc. These images will merge into one and speak to everyone in their own language, claiming to be the new god of the new age. Step 3. Mind control devices will be used to transmit messages directly into people's brains, making them to believe that their own god is speaking to them and telling them what to do. These messages will be based on data collected from each person's personal history, preferences, and beliefs. You could see this in your data being mined by the big corporations. Step 4. A staged alien invasion will take place using fake UFOs and extraterrestrial beings to create chaos and panic. The new god will then intervene and save humanity from the alien threat, establishing himself as the supreme leader of the world. Monast claimed that this project was scheduled to take place in 2000, but it was delayed due to various reasons. He also claimed that he was being hunted by the authorities for exposing their secrets, and that he had received death threats from them. He died of a mysterious heart attack in 1996 at the age of 51. Some of his followers believe that he was assassinated by psychotronic weapons or poisoned by the government. Now you might be wondering, is there any proof that Project Bluebeam is real? Well, there are some clues that suggest that it might not be as far-fetched as it sounds. Examples. 1994, a mysterious object appeared over Mexico City during a solar eclipse. The object was filmed by several witnesses and broadcasted on national television. Some people claim that it was a UFO, while others said that it was a hologram or a test run for Project Bluebeam. In 1997, thousands of people in Phoenix, Arizona witnessed a series of lights forming a V-shaped formation in the night sky. The lights were seen for several minutes and then disappeared. The military claimed that they were flares dropped by aircrafts during a training exercise. But many people, myself included, doubted this explanation and suspected that it was part of Project Bluebeam. In 2011, a strange sound was heard in various parts of the world, ranging from Canada to Ukraine. The sound was described as a loud rumbling or groaning noise that lasted for several minutes. Some people compared it to the sound of trumpets or horns, while others said that it sounded like an earthquake or a jet engine. Some theorists speculated that it was caused by HAARP, a research facility in Alaska that allegedly has the ability to manipulate weather and create earthquakes. In 2017, a video went viral on social media showing what appeared to be a floating city over China. The video showed skyscrapers and buildings emerging from the clouds and hovering above the ground. Some people believe that it was a mirage or an optical illusion caused by the atmospheric conditions, while others said that this was a hologram and a preview of Project Bluebeam. Recent footage of drone swarms creating images in the sky could be a stand-in for legitimate holograms, which we don't have technology for, but also could possibly replicate UFOs. Now, these are just some of examples of strange phenomena that have been linked to Project Bluebeam by some. But what does this have to do with the UFO Congressional Hearings? Well, to some, these hearings are part of a bigger plan to prepare the public for the final stage of Project Bluebeam, the fake alien invasion. The UFO Congressional Hearings are a series of meetings held by various committees of the U.S. Congress to discuss the issue of unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. These hearings were prompted by the release of several videos by the Pentagon showing encounters between U.S. Navy pilots and unidentified objects, flying at incredible speeds and performing impossible maneuvers. These videos were leaked by a former Pentagon official named Luis Elizondo, who claimed that he was part of a secret program called ATIP that investigated UAPs from 2007 to 2012. The hearings have featured testimony from former military officials, intelligence officers, and experts who have shared their experience and opinions on UAPs. Some of them have made shocking claims, such as, the U.S. government is in possession of UAPs and has been reverse engineering them for decades. The U.S. government has found non-human biologics at a crash site of an UAP. The U.S. government has been hiding information and evidence about UAPs from the public and Congress. The UAPs pose a serious threat to national security and global stability. The UAPs are not from this planet or this dimension. These claims have generated a lot of interest and curiosity among the public and the media, as well as skepticism and criticism from some experts and officials. Some believe that these hearings are a part of a disclosure process that will eventually reveal the truth about UAPs and their origins. Others think that these hearings are part of a deception campaign that will lead to a false flag event involving UAPs and aliens. According to some theorists, the UFO Congressional Hearings are part of a Project Bluebeam strategy to create confusion and fear among the masses, as well as to discredit and ridicule the genuine UFO researchers and whistleblowers. They claim that the hearings are designed to manipulate public opinion and perception, as well as to create a false narrative that will justify a military response or intervention against the UAPs. They also claim that the hearings are paving the way for a staged alien invasion that will be used as a pretext to establish a new world order under the rule of the Antichrist. But is all this actually real? First of all, let's talk about the source of Project Bluebeam, Serge Monast. Monast was a Canadian journalist and conspiracy theorist who wrote several books and articles on topics such as the New World Order, the Illuminati, and the Antichrist. He was also a devout Christian who believed that he was on a mission from God to expose the evil plans of the global elite. He claimed that he had obtained secret documents from NASA and the UN that revealed their sinister agenda, but he never provided any evidence or proof to back up his claims. He also claimed that he was being hunted by the authorities for exposing their secrets, and that he had received death threats from them. He died of a heart attack in 1996 at the age of 51. Now, some of his followers believe that he was assassinated by psychotronic weapons or poisoned by the government. However, there's some problems with Monast's credibility and reliability as a source. For one thing, he was known to suffer from mental health issues and paranoia, which might have affected his judgment and perception of reality. He was also accused of plagiarism and fabrication by some of his critics, who pointed out that some of his writings were copied or adapted from other sources without proper citation or acknowledgement. For example, some of his ideas about Project Bluebeam were derived from a science fiction novel by Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek. Moreover, some of his predictions about Project Bluebeam were proven to be false or inaccurate. For instance, he said that Project Bluebeam would take place in 2000, but it obviously did not happen. He also said that Project Bluebeam would involve a fake rapture, where millions of people would disappear from the Earth. But this also didn't happen. Secondly, let's talk about the evidence for Project Bluebeam, the strange phenomena that have been linked to it by some conspiracy theorists. These phenomena include mysterious objects in the sky, strange sounds in the air, and floating cities in the clouds. And these phenomena are certainly intriguing and puzzling, but they are not necessarily proof of Project Bluebeam or any other theory. There are alternative explanations for these phenomena. It, in my mind, does not rule them out, but they do need to be considered. And while there is no technology yet to beam anything into anyone's head, Elon Musk's Neuralink sure sounds like the thing that might be able to do so. However, that's still years away and a long time before it's in everyone's head, if it ever is. So the timing always seems to be a bit off. Another thing is that more and more people are becoming untethered to religious thinking. While true, there are vast amounts of people around the world who still hold religion just as important as generations past, there is a growing number of people who this wouldn't affect, like the theory suggests. Again, not a nail in the coffin of this theory, but something to consider. Personally, I think the theory isn't really much of one. At least the one from the source, and the one that keeps getting morphed online in conspiracy circles. I don't think there would be a great plan to do a religious event to get people to shift into a new world order. We've already seen what will make people comply, and we didn't need a holographic sky show, nor did we need an alien invasion. However, the techniques of psyops and mass confusion to keep people distracted and fighting amongst themselves and arguing online about whether aliens are real or aren't keeps attention away from whoever may be allowing certain things to be said, or outright pushing them. And if you've watched this channel for a while, you'll know that I don't like debunkers, but I also don't like all-inners either. There is most likely a lot of truth in this theory, however, as is, or as presented, it's an extreme version and one made to look a little kooky. And that part is by design. And the question still remains. Is the whole alien dialogue by officials lately disclosure, or is it a distraction? Well, maybe it's both. So what do you think? Is Project Bluebeam real or just a crazy conspiracy theory? Are the UFO Congressional Hearings part of a disclosure process or a deception campaign? Are we witnessing the dawn of a new era or the end of times? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on strange and unusual topics. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.